Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about the most valuable and sought-after coins in the market. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, because the treasures we're uncovering today could be sitting right inside your coin jar at home. In this episode, we're focusing on a pair of halfpenny coins from the United Kingdom, specifically the 1916 and 1940 issues. These humble pieces of copper may look like small change to some, but to a true collector, they can be a gateway to history, and in some cases, a path to serious money. We're talking about coins with that rich copper side, sometimes with a deep patina, sometimes with a bit of dirt from decades of circulation, yet still carrying designs that have stood the test of time. Coins like these have become major players in the coin collecting world. They're not just tokens of trade, they're relics of war years, changing monarchs, and the shifting power of the British Empire. First up. The year 1916 was a time when the world was in turmoil, nations were locked in the throes of the First World War, and every piece of currency carried not just monetary value but also a silent record of the era's struggles and resilience. Among the many coins minted by the United Kingdom, one particular treasure has risen above the rest in prestige and rarity: the ultra-rare 1916 halfpenny copper coin. This is not just an ordinary piece of pocket change. It is a symbol of history, survival, and craftsmanship, a relic that has now reached a level of desirability and value that could change a person's fortune overnight. In today's market, its worth in pristine condition can stretch into the unimaginable millions of dollars, making it a dream find for any collector. The first thing that captures the eye about the 1916 halfpenny is its rich copper sheen, a deep, almost honeyed tone when well preserved, that tells of the pure metal content and careful minting of its time. On the obverse, King George V gazes forward in regal authority, his portrait detailed with the sharp craftsmanship that defines British coinage of the early 20th century. On the reverse, the mighty Britannia sits poised, trident in hand, shield by her side, a symbol of national pride and maritime dominance. Every detail on this coin carries the weight of the empire's history. What makes this particular year so important is its position in history. 1916 was the height of World War I, a year when the British economy faced strain, metal supplies were diverted to war efforts, and coin production became inconsistent. The result was that certain coins, including this halfpenny, were minted in lower quantities, especially in high-quality strikes. This scarcity is the foundation of its astronomical value today. Add to that the fact that copper, being a softer metal, wears down quickly in circulation. Most 1916 halfpennies you might find today are worn, scratched, or corroded by the passing decades. To find one in uncirculated or near-mint condition is almost miraculous. These are the coins that command bidding wars in elite numismatic circles, with collectors from around the world vying for the chance to own such a rare piece. The halfpenny denomination itself has a charm all its own. Small enough to fit unnoticed in the palm of the hand, yet rich in design and detail, it was a coin used in everyday trade, passed over shop counters, dropped into purses, and exchanged for goods during an age when every penny counted. The idea that one of these modest coins could now be worth a small fortune is almost poetic. Stories of 1916 halfpennies turning up in unexpected places fuel the legend. There are tales of them being found in old tea tins, tucked away by grandparents as keepsakes, or discovered in forgotten coin jars during estate clearances. The moment of realization that this little copper disc could be worth millions is the stuff of collector folklore. It's not just rarity and condition that give this coin its power, it's also the emotional connection to its era. Holding a 1916 halfpenny is like holding a tangible piece of wartime Britain, a country balancing its proud traditions with the crushing demands of a world at war. It's easy to imagine where such a coin might have traveled, whose hands it might have passed through, and what moments it might have witnessed. In numismatics, provenance, the history of ownership, can sometimes elevate a coin's value further. A 1916 halfpenny with a well-documented lineage, especially one tied to notable collections, can fetch even higher prices. Collectors treasure the story as much as the coin itself. The beauty of this coin lies not just in its visual appeal, but in the fact that so few remain in pristine condition. Each surviving example is a testament to careful preservation against the odds of time. Kept in the right conditions, shielded from humidity, air, and handling, its copper surface retains a glow that's almost otherworldly. Even coins with minor imperfections from this year can still be worth significant amounts. Slight minting anomalies, such as off-center strikes, double strikes, or planchet flaws, add to their uniqueness and can multiply their market value. These errors are celebrated rather than dismissed, making them even more appealing to collectors seeking one-of-a-kind treasures. The modern coin market has seen extraordinary sales of historical British coins, and the 1916 halfpenny is firmly within that elite category. When one appears at auction, it's not just an event, it's a spectacle. Prices climb rapidly as passionate collectors, investors, and museums compete for the right to add such a rarity to their holdings. For the casual coin owner, discovering a 1916 halfpenny could be life-changing. It's the type of find that turns a dusty box in the attic into a golden opportunity. But selling such a coin requires caution and expertise. Reputable auction houses, certified grading, and professional appraisal are essential to achieving its true market potential. The coin's rarity also gives it an almost mythical status among collectors. Some spend years, even decades, searching for one in a condition worthy of their collection. Others are willing to pay staggering amounts simply to complete a set or own a piece of history that few can claim. This isn't just about financial value, it's about holding a legacy. The 1916 halfpenny carries with it the spirit of an empire, the artistry of early 20th century minting, and the quiet resilience of a coin that has survived over a century. Its value today is a combination of tangible and intangible factors: scarcity, beauty, history, and demand, all merging into a single object that transcends its humble origins. It's a reminder that treasures are not always gold or jeweled. Sometimes they are copper, modest in size but immense in worth. For the person lucky enough to find one, the decision is never simple. Do you keep it as an heirloom, passing it down through generations? Or do you cash in, letting it transform your financial situation in a single, life-altering transaction? Either choice comes with its own weight and significance. As time passes, these coins only become rarer. The number of high-grade 1916 halfpennies in existence is already tiny, and each year, the chance of finding one in the wild grows slimmer. This scarcity ensures that their value will continue to climb for as long as collectors care about history, beauty, and rarity. Coin experts often say that the best time to own a rare coin is yesterday, and the next best time is today. The 1916 halfpenny embodies that wisdom perfectly. Owning one now means owning an asset that will only grow in prestige and price. Even in the digital age, when currency is often nothing more than numbers on a screen, the tactile, enduring presence of a coin like this holds a unique allure. It's a bridge between past and present, a reminder that some things only gain value with time. To find a 1916 halfpenny is to stumble upon a fortune wrapped in history, a modest copper disc with the power to transform your life overnight. It is proof that the smallest objects can carry the greatest treasures, and that sometimes the past holds the key to the future. And so, the legend of the 1916 United Kingdom halfpenny lives on, not just in the vaults of collectors, but in the dreams of those who still believe that somewhere, waiting to be found, is a coin that can change everything. Next. In the year 1940, as the world was being reshaped by the fires of the Second World War, the United Kingdom continued to produce coins that were more than just tools of trade. They were reflections of an empire's resilience and spirit. Among these coins, one particular treasure has emerged as an ultra-rare prize in the eyes of collectors and investors: the 1940 halfpenny copper coin. Though humble in denomination, its scarcity, historical significance, and breathtaking survival in pristine condition have pushed its value into the realm of millions in today's market. For the lucky person who possesses such a piece, it is not just money in hand, it is a potential fortune waiting to be realized. The coin itself is a masterpiece of wartime minting. On its obverse is the iconic portrait of King George VI, struck with fine lines that capture the dignity and steadfastness of a monarch leading his people through global conflict. On the reverse, Britannia sits poised, shield in one hand, trident in the other, a symbol of Britain's naval dominance and unyielding pride. The copper glows warmly in well-preserved examples, giving the coin an almost golden aura under the right light, an effect that further enhances its desirability among elite collectors. What sets the 1940 halfpenny apart is not only its visual charm but its position in history. Britain was in the midst of a war effort that strained every resource. Copper, essential for munitions and wiring, was a strategic material, and coin production was carefully controlled. While halfpennies were still minted, the priority was not on creating large quantities for circulation. As a result, surviving examples, especially in mint state, are astonishingly rare. The ravages of circulation make the few surviving high-grade specimens even more precious. Copper, being a softer metal, wears quickly, Most coins from this era that you might come across have smoothed surfaces, scratches, and signs of oxidation. But a 1940 halfpenny kept safe from the touch of human hands for over 80 years is like a time capsule. Its every detail intact, its surface still gleaming, and its market value soaring. Collectors today know that rarity is only half the equation. The other half is condition. A coin with sharp detail, original luster, and no significant damage commands exponentially more value. The highest graded 1940 halfpennies are not just coins, they are treasures, commanding prices that can run into the millions when two determined bidders decide they must own it. There is also the matter of provenance. A coin with a known, documented history, perhaps one that passed through the hands of an early 20th century collector or remained locked in a bank vault, has an added layer of prestige. Such pedigree can elevate a coin's allure, making it even more desirable in the numismatic marketplace. Stories abound of these coins being discovered in the most unexpected places. Some are found in forgotten biscuit tins, tucked away by relatives who lived through the war. Others turn up in dusty drawers, hidden among buttons and sewing needles, relics of an era when nothing was wasted and small change was still precious. The shock of realizing that a simple coin could hold a value in the millions is a life-altering moment for anyone. For investors, the 1940 halfpenny is more than just a collectible. It's a hedge against time. Physical, tangible, and finite, its value doesn't depend on market trends or technology. It's rooted in rarity, history, and human fascination. As the years pass, such coins only become harder to find and more sought after. Auction houses treat the arrival of a high-grade 1940 halfpenny as a major event. Catalog descriptions brim with admiration for the coin's artistry, rarity, and flawless surfaces. When bidding begins, the numbers climb rapidly, driven by the knowledge that opportunities to acquire such a specimen may not come again for decades. Even coins with minor imperfections can still bring incredible returns. Collectors are often willing to overlook slight blemishes if the coin's overall eye appeal is strong, and in some cases, unique minting quirks, like off-center strikes or doubled images, can make a coin even more valuable than a flawless example. The 1940 halfpenny's design itself is a draw for many. Britannia, with her steadfast gaze and powerful symbols, had adorned British coinage for centuries, but by the mid-20th century, her reign on small change was coming to an end. Owning a 1940 halfpenny is like holding one of the last echoes of a long and noble tradition. Beyond its monetary worth, the coin is a historical artifact, embodying the spirit of a nation under siege yet unbroken. Each surviving example is a silent witness to an age of ration books, blackout curtains, and air raid sirens, a tangible reminder of the endurance and resourcefulness of wartime Britain. It's this blend of history, rarity, and beauty that makes the coin so magnetic to collectors. It's not just about owning a piece of copper, it's about owning a slice of the past that cannot be replicated. Each time the coin changes hands, it carries with it not only its market value but also its legacy. The number of pristine 1940 halfpennies is already tiny, and each year that passes reduces it further. Environmental factors, mishandling, and the simple passage of time claim more coins every year. This natural attrition ensures that those which remain will continue to climb in value. For anyone lucky enough to own one, the decision of whether to keep or sell is monumental. To sell could mean an instant life upgrade, a house paid off, debts cleared, dreams funded. To keep is to hold a legacy, a talisman of history that can be passed down through generations. The allure of the 1940 halfpenny is also tied to its unpredictability. You never know where one might turn up, perhaps in a car boot sale, perhaps in a jar of coins inherited from a grandparent, perhaps even in your own forgotten change drawer. The dream of finding one fuels the enthusiasm of treasure hunters and casual coin searchers alike. In the numismatic community, this coin is often described as a sleeping giant, because its true value is still waking in the global market. As more collectors from emerging economies enter the scene, the competition for such pieces will only intensify, pushing prices into new and uncharted territory. To hold one of these coins in your hand is to feel a weight far greater than its physical mass. It is the weight of history, of artistry, and of a fortune condensed into a disc no larger than a fingernail. Even in the digital age, when wealth can be stored in intangible data, the tactile reality of a rare coin like this has a magic that nothing else can replace. It's an object you can touch, admire, and physically pass on to the next generation, an heirloom with a story richer than gold. The 1940 halfpenny is more than just currency, it's an icon. Its journey from the mint to the present day is a tale of survival, chance, and incredible preservation. And for the person lucky enough to discover one, it is a golden, no copper, ticket to a new life. If you have one, treasure it, guard it, and when the time is right, let it reveal its full power. Because this is not just a coin. It is the possibility of an overnight transformation, the kind of once-in-a-lifetime windfall that changes everything. In the world of collectibles, fortunes can be made and lost. But the 1940 half penny stands as one of the few that can truly claim the power to make a millionaire.